Hey y'all, hey, it's me, Portia O, your host of Lifin podcast. Welcome back. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here with you guys. Per usual, we are winding down season 1 of Lifin podcast. This is episode number 22. We only got 2 more left after this, y'all. Can y'all believe we made it this far? I'm grateful. Listen. And today I have a special guest, as you can see. And this is my very, very good friend, my little brother, whom I've loved since I've met many years ago. I don't even know. It's been years. It doesn't matter. We're still here. Young, fine, and free. Okay. This is Jay. I know you guys have heard me reference Jay in previous episodes. One particular episode, he was eating a bag of chips. Y'all may not have known it was him. I like to make fun of him with that. It's so funny. And I'm so glad you're back.
Me too. I'm happy to be here.
In the studio. In the studio. It's been a minute. Yes, but Jay is definitely a little brother that I've never had. And I don't even know that if I thought I needed one or wanted one. But I'm grateful to accept you.
Aww,
and he's such a great person and so loving, so kind, and I love him. So yeah.
Smile in the entire video.
Right. And he has a beautiful smile. I mean, and he's available, so
I am.
Shoot your shot.
I'm
No.
on clearance.
Not on clearance. No, you are never discounted. Period. Full price.
Full price.
And some market price, okay?
Market price.
That'd be a whole nother thing. When I see that on the menu, I'll be like, oh, let me look at something else.
No, wait. Reverse.
Reverse. Abort.
Okay, that's a meal.
You can order 2 of these appetizers.
And you can take
Put it together. We good. Anyways, today we are going to be talking about it's okay to not be okay. Okay.
Snap. Every day I'm like, it's okay. It's okay to feel this way. It's fine to feel what you're feeling.
Okay.
You're gonna
Feel
get
those
through it.
feelings.
Yeah.
Period. I'm going to jump into the introduction. For those of you, this is your first time being here with us at Life Be Life. And again, I am your host, Portia O. And this is the podcast where we talk about how life be over here, life in us via all types of relationships, situations, and everyday things we are experiencing, all while in real time healing, okay, and learning how to be a better human being, because what else are we here for if we ain't trying to do all that? Okay. I'm no longer being stagnant. I don't know. But anywho, welcome. I'm glad you're here. So we're just going to jump right on into the episode. And of course, we're going to go to my segment. I got some questions, y'all. So one of my first questions, these are just questions that we're going to try to answer throughout our conversation today. So first question is, do you recognize your cycles?
Yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly yes. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, when I know when my cycles of depression are happening, definitely now is my weight gain. So I notice, like, when I'm very deeply depressed, I gain a bunch of weight. Like, I walk past the mirror, like, oh, who's that walking behind me? Oh no, Jay, that's you. Like, that's your butt. Like, that's like, no, like, I get like water. Like, I fill up with water. I gain a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because I'm starting to stress eat. Like, I began to just eat my feelings out, because for me, that's a comfort. And I think it's to anyone. That's like I'm not saying that you can't have it. But
Some people don't eat.
Exactly. Some people don't eat. Me, it's I have to eat. I'm like, okay, well, move it a 12-piece from Wingstop at Fry Hard, or go to Cooper's Hawk and give me my wine and just sit up in my room and just
drink the whole bottle
and call it a day.
in one night.
And be like, okay, this is fine. Then
that was a great day.
It was, that was fun. Let's do that again. But definitely like gaining weight. Lately, not now has been appetite. So now it actually has reversed for me. It's no longer that I want to stress eat. It's just I won't eat at all. Like, I'll go days without eating. And that's how I know. I'm like, okay, yeah. I'm like, I have a headache. And I'm like, oh, Jay, it's kicking in, the depression. Especially if I don't take my Adderall or my antidepressant. Lord, It's a wrap.
Listen. Okay, so we're gonna deep dive into all of that for sure. Next question: what are some of your triggers? And I think you already kind of answered that with the whole. Well, no, you.
No. So for me, my triggers could be multiple things. But right now, my current trigger would have to be work. Work is just very. Work is ghetto. It's ghetto. My boss is ghetto. Everything is just ghetto.
It's all ghetto.
It's just all ghetto, and it's because I know my worth and I know what I can do and bring to the company. But it's saddening me that my team doesn't see that, and they won't utilize me to
your full potential,
which begins to make me go into this deep thought of I'm not worthy and I don't deserve this, or why this happened to me, like going down a spiral. Yeah, definitely work.
It's a trigger.
It's a huge trigger. Work, my physical appearance. You know, even if I'm not depressed and I'm losing this weight and I'm like, okay, I look good, but I see like one little flaw, I'm like, okay,
and it's gone.
Just ride. I ride that depression rail all the way to the end.
Get off that ride. Get on up off that ride, okay? All right, and then the last question is, are you clear on what's happening to you when it's happening?
Oh, these are good. You got me using my education. Okay, let's see.
Because listen, I be over here in oblivion.
Not oblivion, because I do too. I be sitting here like...
I be buried under everything. And then when I realize, like, I'm stepping over stuff, I'm like, wait. Yes. Oh, I'm in a depressive episode, huh?
Yeah.
How long have I been here? God dang it.
And then
like what?
Girl, mine is my beard. Like, well, my facial. Like when I usually shave and try. I don't like to have hair. I know, but a lot of guys like, oh, I love your beard. I'm like, okay, well, I keep it going. It's like a sex appeal, so we'll keep it going. But my beard sometimes when it grows crazy, or like my mustache comes over my mouth. Like that's how I know I'm in a depressive state. I usually keep it to a T. Like I don't look like a ragamuffin. I just try to keep myself like very clean. But like,
is this clean right now?
No, I hate it. It's very.
I just wanted a point of reference.
Like, no,
I just wanted a point of reference.
Like, I tried to shave the other day and I missed pieces of my face and like it was like it's a mess. So I'm like,
I like your hair. It's so cute. But anyways,
no, like this is not intentional. Just
Lord. Yeah. So we don't be clear on what's happening when it's happening, and then we be like, oh, like a light bulb goes off. Like this is happening currently. All right. Well. We're here now. Right. I see you now. Like, I just don't be realizing it as it's happening all the time. I just be kind of like, but then I also do be realizing it goes back to that self-awareness piece of paying attention to yourself in the moment of stuff. And I think we're so used to just like pressing forward and keep moving on that we don't all the time pay attention to ourselves. We don't. And then it hits us like a ton of bricks because we'll think about, like you said, oh, I got a headache. Why I got a headache? Oh, I haven't eaten. Oh, this is why. Like, oh, I think I'm in a, like, if something happens and it kind of like clicks for us in that moment, but we be full on into that thing by that point. So it's okay to not be okay. It's talking about depression, right? And so I have been diagnosed with depression. You have been diagnosed with depression. Depression, anxiety. Anxiety for me ADHD, as well. Like almost everything could think of at this point. Oh Lord, Jay. He said it. He just said all the things. All the things. But yeah, I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety. I don't even remember what year. But anyways, since then I've been working very hard of trying to recognize these things and be honest with myself and upfront with myself with like what's going on. But it's been a time. Yeah, so we're just going to talk about what that looks like for us individually, what happens during these episodes, and maybe this will be relatable to some people. If you don't know, if you've never been clinically diagnosed, or if you don't know like what's going on with you and you think this is normal, and it may speak to you and be like, oh, this is actually not normal. And, you know, and again, it's okay to not be okay. We don't have to fake the funk or try to just like act like stuff is not happening to us when it actually is happening to us. And we're so used to doing that, especially in our culture, dealing with our traumas by not dealing with our traumas. And that's like, what? Like, make that make sense. Like, right. And then we're spreading it even more and more to other people that we interact with, we be in relationship with, all types of stuff. So it's like, I mean, come on, guys. When we're going to realize that something's not right here? Yeah. What does a full-on depressive episode look like for you?
Whew, a full-on...
Like you all the way in that thing.
For me, it's like I go into this autopilot. Like I literally, almost like a robot, I shut down. Like everything just stopped working. Like not common sense, it's like rare sense nowadays. Rare sense just turned off. Like everything that is Jay, my how can I put it? Like my energy, what I bring, the light, all that just shuts down. It's like I'm the light in this darkness, but then the darkness starts to just encake me, and I'm just stuck. So for me, I get really quiet. I keep to myself. I usually keep my head down. Especially at work, I'm not as uppity as I am. I'm just like, hey, very monotone. And then when I get home, I'm just straight, just like, my goal is to get to my bed. Get to my bed, get underneath all my 12,000 sheets and pillows and call it a day. And it's like, I didn't start noticing that I was doing like this automatic state or autopilot state until like maybe about a year ago. And this is when I had lost my job, and it had put me in a deeper depression. So I had a lot of time to myself to figure out a lot of stuff. Yeah. But I just started to like, something clicked in me like a light. Better yet, I would say God. God was like, something's not right. Like he showed me a glimpse of something that made me realize, oh, this is not me. This is like a different person. So it was really bad. Like I was just walk past my grandmother, my mom, like, nope, I just
was there, but you weren't there.
Yeah, I was there, but I weren't there. So full on just shut down. Like anything could happen to me. Someone could be like, come up to me and give me your money. Okay. Like
just not invested.
In
life in general.
Yeah.
But you were still doing things, but it was just like not doing things. I mean, you were doing things, the outer body of you were doing things, but the inside was like,
no, it was just like, no, not today, Jay.
You were just a shell.
Yeah, just a shell. And when people would invite me out, I'm like, you know what? I gotta go, work this weekend. I'm coming up with elaborate lies and not being true to my friends or to myself. Instead of just saying, I'm not okay and I can't do this. So, people invite me out. Let's go out. I'm like, no, I'm just tired from work, which is a combination of
it's true, right?
But it's deeper. And at some point, I started to stop telling people when I was depressed because I felt like I was a burden. And that added to my depression even more. Yeah. Of me feeling like, okay, well, I don't have a safe place or a place to tell people, like, this is what I'm going through. I feel like I'm being judged. Because everyone's like, well, Jay has to be, Jay is uppity. Jay is always bright and headstrong. No, Jay is human. I am not perfect. I go through a lot. And so when I'm in my take two, when I'm in my depressive episodes, it takes a while for me to come out of, like, about a week for me to get out of it. Wow. Before it was longer than that, it was a month. Like, it used to be a month for me to get out of my depression state. Yeah. And now it's a week because I'm starting to pick up on what are triggers for me and what I can do to prevent it. So, yeah.
Whew, child, listen, the autopilot I definitely can connect with. I feel like that a lot of times. And I think in the past, especially before I kind of started this self-discovery journey, I was definitely on autopilot a lot. And then I thought when I be in my full-on depressive state, I be thinking that other people can't tell. And so because I'm faking it so bad. And the thing about it, the crazier thing about it is that I really didn't even know that I was faking or that I thought like this is just what life is.
Like it's like a subconscious thing. Like you're not doing it intentionally. Yeah, it just comes out, and that's just how it is. Depression is like a little little leech and just get on you and
just be
like,
sucking you and yes. And you don't even know it's happening. You don't even feel leeches on you.
I know. Yeah, that's one.
That was a great example because you don't even feel leeches on you.
No.
Until you see that mug, you be like, what is this? And they're trying to take it off and burn it off. And
at that point, it didn't suck out everything.
It didn't suck you.
Yeah.
Same thing with a little stupid mosquito. We don't, 9 times out of 10, don't see them. We don't feel them when they prick us. We don't. And then all of a sudden you itch. You like, dang, when that happened? What? When they get me?
Yeah. It's like an insect. Just
Jesus. Yes, it is very much so that and so when I'm in a full-on depressive episode, I definitely feel like I be on autopilot. I feel like that I'm just chugging along, like, and just waiting for whatever. I don't even know if I'm waiting because, again, before I really wasn't aware of what was happening. Mm-hmm. It was just like, this is life. This is the cards I was dealt. This is what it is. And so, but I'm going to keep, but you know what? Even in my depression, I think because of my faith and the foundation of it, I've always held out hope that it's going to get better. Mm-hmm. Like, that's always been like the light at the end of the tunnel for me is always the hope of seeing it be better. Mm-hmm. Like, it may be like this right now. I may be in this state for months at a time. Mm-hmm. Okay. I may be whatever, but it's gonna get better at some point. Like, at some point, something's gotta give. Yeah. But yeah, my full-on episode is definitely autopilot, and I just be faking the funk, and I don't tell people what's really going on with me in fear of being judged or ridiculed, or like, girl, you supposed to have more faith than that. Like, just because I'm depressed doesn't mean I lack faith. Mm-hmm. At least I used to believe that for sure. But it's just like, I don't know why I'm feeling this way. Like, it's I just feel nature. Like something isn't right. Yeah. And it's like, to not have a safe place to like kind of discuss that and talk it through or express that and not sound like you crazy or whatever, because it's so uncommon for us to talk about these things. When somebody does open up about it, they're like, what are you talking about? What like, you know, and like, so for me, like, I've always kind of been like a clutter person, like junkie, whatever, but not real. I just realized early on at this point in my life that clutter for me is my depression showing up. Like, I love to be organized and clean and all that type of stuff, but when it's not organized, when it's all disorganized and everything is in disarray, I'm in a full-on episode. And it don't even be happening. Like, it ain't like I just popped the party popper and all this shit just blew everywhere, right? But it just happens gradually. Yeah. And I don't be realizing that I'm doing these things in autopilot mode. Like,
it's a crescendo. Like, it just, a volcano about to erupt. Like, builds up and you're like, oh, okay, so I am going, okay. This is a whole episode. Or even like feeling like you said, like not wanting, it's like having a lack of motivation to do more or do things. And it's like, I have all these ideas and all these things I want to do and all these things I want to accomplish, but it's like the thought of me even trying to do it in that state is like, what? What is this? Or your brain be like, oh, you thought. Okay.
Oh, that was cute. That was a cute thought. You're not doing it.
Exactly. Like, you're not doing it. Not today.
And then time passes, not a week, 2 weeks, months, 6 months, a year, and then you look back and like, if I would have just took that step last May, I would be this much further. Yeah. But because I didn't recognize that I was in this full-on depressive state that kept me in this just moving, like you said, a robot. Like, what? Like, it's so crazy. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just, it sounds so weird, but that's how I feel. I just feel so weird, and like, I'm really trying to figure out like what's happening while it's happening. Yeah. But I do know my major thing for me is seeing like what's around me. And that's why I did on a previous episode, what goes in must come out. That's real, because how I feel on the inside definitely shows up for me on the outside. Yeah. And it's hard to articulate that sometimes, but And then sometimes it comes out in anger or attitude. Like I be frustrated with so much because I don't understand my feelings clearly. Mm-hmm. So when people say certain things to me and I do get triggered with certain things, and I'm just like, you not like, and it's no fault of your own, but I give you attitude because I'm like, you getting on my nerves right now. Like, what is happening? Like, but people don't understand. They don't understand. Yeah. Because I haven't articulated like what's going on with me for a lack of wanting to be judged or, mistreated, which I don't think I would be mistreated if I told people close to me like what was going on. But I'm just saying, like, it's just all those thoughts be going on in your head, and it's a very negative space.
It's a very negative space, and it adds back, and this goes back to generational trauma for people of color, for Black people. Yes. Because we're always about, oh, let's just push it under the rug, or it happened, but it didn't happen. You can't say anything until you get older, or act like you didn't see that. No, address it now. Like, we shouldn't be in a state of, oh, if I show people my true self or what I'm going through, my depression, they're going to look at me as a bad person. Yeah. No, we're human.
Or like you're a crazy person.
Exactly.
Like, what's wrong with you? You can't talk. You can't figure out life without, why you can't operate. What's going on with you? Like,
exactly.
What?
And the people
everybody, majority of people are struggling.
Yes.
It's just you're choosing not to say something about it, and I am, and then you want to judge me or tear me down because I said something.
Like, what's weird to me is
I gotta be weak.
Exactly. Sorry, that is it. Like, I digress. But one thing that annoys me, like growing up, people be like, "Oh, as a man, you're not supposed to cry, or you feel sad, you're not supposed to show your tears." I will cry in a heartbeat. I'll cry at work today. Anyone that's listening to right now, seeing me, I will cry at work. I don't care what's going on. Tears, full on, ugly cry, because it's needed. It's emotions. It's a release. It's a release. Yeah. And I think it's weird for people who do not show
that part.
That's what's weird to me.
Because I know you're feeling the things that I'm feeling, or worse, or whatever. You feel things just like I do. Just like I bleed. If you cut me, you're going to bleed too. Yep. So the fact that you're ignoring it and you're just internalizing, you're looking like about what Jay... This is how your insides is looking.
It's black. I can't even work out.
This is how you're looking on the inside. And that's... You're just feeding. And this is negative. Like, there's no light in black. Yeah. Like... We're clear on that, right? Yeah. Like, there's no... So you just feed in this negative space more and more and more. And you're thinking, oh, I'm not going to address this. I'm going to just keep storing it away. No, it's going to keep coming up.
And then to the point where it's literally going to explode. And this is coming from my own experience of that happening. Yeah. It's not fun, because then you start to take out that frustration and hurt on people that really love and that are there for you. And for me, that when that happened to me for the first time, I was like, okay, I gotta change. This ain't right. Because I'm not gonna push people that care for Jay. Yeah. Who he is. Yeah. I'm not pushing him away because I can't articulate what I'm going through.
What's happening with me? Yeah.
I need to work on me, and but also work on, like you said earlier before, giving ourselves grace. Yes. I don't understand why it's such a crime to give ourselves grace. Like, it's almost like a sin, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
It's okay.
But the world makes us think it's not okay to be not okay. Like, it's like, no, you gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep, don't matter what's happening to you. Doesn't matter what has happened to you. Does not matter. You gotta keep moving forward. You gotta keep showing up. You gotta just be here for people. You gotta, no. I have recently learned, like, you have to do what you have the capacity to do.
You heard that, y'all?
Listen, period. Because I am a victim of super save a hoe. I want to be superwoman. I don't really ever take off my cape. Same. I want to be everything to everybody and neglect me at all times. And so it's like, ma'am.
Take a break. It's okay.
Take a break.
It's fine. They'll be fine.
They will be fine. And guess what? They're going to survive.
Exactly.
And they're going to be here again tomorrow.
They were here before us, and they're going to be... Look.
They know how to survive without you, boo.
Yes.
They don't need you.
At all. Worry about yourself. Take care of you.
Even if they do need you, it's okay to take care of you.
And it's okay to say no.
It's okay.
Ooh, I've learned how lately, my family, I love it. They be like, Jake, no. But no. I'm sorry, but no. Actually, I'm not sorry, no.
Right.
I can't do it.
I can't do it. I can't do it. And I'm like now becoming very aware of what it is that I need to do. Like you said, say no or whatever. And I recently had a conversation with my mom because of our new adventure that we're about to embark on. And I was just kind of telling her, we were talking about boundaries and different things like that. And that was one of my boundaries. Like, I'm only going to be able to do what I have the capacity to do. And I need you to be able to respect that as my mother and our relationship as me being a grown woman and having my own whatevers and you having your own whatevers. But I need you to understand that just because you may want something of me, I need you to take into consideration what I may have the capacity for that day.
Yep.
And that's what we should all do in all relationships.
Yeah.
It should never be a relationship that you feel like you're obligated to do certain things because of a title necessarily, if you are not in the capacity to actually do the things, right? But we again don't give ourselves grace and be like, I gotta show up. I don't care if I ain't took a bath in 3 days. I'm raggedy toed down. I gotta show up because I'm obligated to do so because this person is this person in my life, and they depend on me. They'll be disappointed if I don't show up, and this and that. But have you taken care of yourself this week?
Exactly.
Have you done the things that you need to do to refill your cup so that when you do go interact with other people, that you can pour into them? Or are you trying to pour from an empty cup?
Period. What the great Jan Jackson say, what have you done for me lately?
Seriously. Like, you can't pour from an empty cup. What are you pouring? Air. Like, be realistic.
Yeah.
And then when you show up empty and they receive your emptiness and they're like, what's wrong with you? What's going on? Oh, nothing. I'm fine.
Sit up here with
everything's okay.
A mask on. You look like the Phantom of the Opera had a mask on. So I'm good. Deep down inside, like, no, I don't want to be here.
Forget deep down inside. You move that. Look, if I trip a little and the mask move, you gonna see like,
like a little deep girl. Oh, sorry, man.
Like, what the heck is that?
Came out, my bad.
Yes. Recognize what you have capacity for every day. That's why I keep saying that, like, the self check-ins are essential.
They're very essential and needed. It's needed.
It's definitely needed. And if we don't take care of ourselves, who else is?
Yeah. And it's so. And I've learned that too, because I feel like me and you, Portia, are literally like the same person. Like,
yes.
It's so funny.
You're just a Capricorn.
It's a Capricorn. So
maybe. I'm a Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Sag.
No, she's a Capricorn.
I'm a cuss, baby.
She's a Capricorn, full Capricorn. I remember.
Him and Denzel want me to be a Capricorn so bad.
That's because they're amazing. Anyway, I digress. But, I lost my train of thought that quickly. See, y'all, this is what happened to my Adderall. I'll be all over the place.
Oh, Lord, you didn't take it today?
No. I lost the bottle, and then I found it. And yeah, I know. See, the depression state, you go through stuff, and I'd be like, I don't know where I put it. In my car, maybe? On the side. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
But going back, one thing that I will always say to tell people is that it's okay to say no. And this comes from someone who would never say no. I don't care what's going on or I don't care if I'm sick as a dog. I'm still like, sure, I'll be there, knowing I'm about to have a whole asthma attack, blood pressure out the roof, just out here trying, like, literally be Captain Save a Hope for what? Yeah. And I was like, it's okay to say no. And I'm a living testimony of that. I say no all the time. I say no to my boss. I say no to my coworkers. I say no to my family. Anyone if I do not have it, Jay does not have it. It's not that I don't like you or I don't love you. I don't have it. And you need to understand and respect that. If you can't, then this ain't where it's supposed to be. Yeah. Next. On to the next person. On to the next one.
I'm definitely learning how to acknowledge the capacity that I have each day. And that's all I can do is take it one day at a time. I can't speak for the capacity I may have tomorrow. But today, right. But today, okay, Portia, let's be realistic with yourself about what you actually can accomplish today, what you actually can knock out today. Let's write a list. Let's make it plain, like make it make sense to you.
Yep.
And so, even if you've planned days or weeks in advance, in that moment, in that day, ask yourself, do I have the capacity to do this today? And if the answer is no, go with your first answer. Don't think about, well, this person and that person and what they gonna think and how they gonna feel and da 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 da. Again, if a person is meant to be in your inner circle and somebody that you love and care about, and if they love and care about you, you should be able to communicate that to them, that, hey, I don't have the capacity for this today. Maybe we can reschedule, maybe we can do this, maybe, give alternatives, whatever, or I'll let you know when I'm feeling much better. And they should be able to respond, okay, I understand. That's no problem. We can do this. Me and Jay recently had an interaction this way. And I told him, like, look, transparent moment, little brother. Your girl don't got the capacity for this today. So I gave him options and stuff and whatever. And I just let it go. That was so hard for me because I'm so used to, how did I get married? Perfect Patty. Mm-hmm. And you just got to present perfect at all times, mm-hmm. right? And I'm definitely been raised up in that good girl mentality and conditioning or whatever. And it's just like, I got to be a good girl at all times. I got to, what I'm saying? Even though I have not. Okay? Mm-hmm. I just want to be very clear for anybody that try to come for me. I have lived the life, okay?
And don't worry about it, okay?
Don't worry about
it.
My story. When I'm ready to tell y'all, Okay, but no, for real. But no, that has very much been my conditioning. And for me to even be vulnerable enough to open up to someone and tell them, hey, this is what my capacity is today. I don't have it, but listen, this is what we can do. And for them to respond and be like, okay, no problem. This is what we can do. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what? And I shared this with Jay earlier, but God had told me I'm showing you what a relationship of safety and security looks like, what real genuine love looks like. He's exactly how it should be, surrounding me with people that's going to understand, oh, she don't got the capacity for this. It's no judgment. Yep. It's no looking upside my head sideways like what the F wrong with her, yep. this and that. It's just, I got you. I understand. You got this. Push forward. You gonna, make it. Like, that's what we need.
Yeah.
Period. So the next thing I had notated was things you do during your depressive state. And so you already kind of tapped on that. Mm-hmm. About how you just hold your head down. You stick to yourself. You kind of mm-hmm. shut down. Be very quiet. Because Jay is very sunshine. And like, you see his big, beautiful smile. Like, he's always... Well, I'm not going to say always, but majority of the time, like, this is generally who he is. Like, he's always happy and smiley and joyful and just, like, living his life. Like, he lives out loud, and I love everything about that. So to see you on the opposite end of that, it's like, what the heck is going on with Jay?
Yeah.
Because this is not who Jay is.
Yeah, like, I know. This is Jay saying, Jay, that's a lot. And well, first, thank you for saying those wonderful things. I'm very emotional, so I'm trying not to cry and stuff.
It's okay to cry. It's okay to not be okay.
See, look at me messing up.
It's not a mess up. It's okay. We're learning.
We're learning. But yeah, I'm a person that's very. I'm dramatic sometimes. I'm me. I just like to be myself. And when I'm in that depressive state, it's awful. It's like my soul has been drained and taken away. Like it's almost like, oh goodness, what do you call that? It's like I'm astral projection. Like I'm out of body.
Yes, like, you just floating above yourself and seeing you.
I'm like
maneuver.
I'm there, but I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
But things like, so I like to refer. Well, ironically, depression is actually one of the 5 stages of grief. I don't know if you knew that. It's number 4. I wrote this down. Okay. And so during this depressive state, I go through those stages. I go through the stage of denial, anger, bargaining. Depression already got hold of me, so that's cool. And then acceptance.
It's not cool.
I mean, it's not cool.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
But I have, like I said before earlier, I diverted from stress eating till now just not eating. And one point in time, which Portia knows, back in February, I was having suicidal thoughts. Like, I was going through a very deep depression because it was just like, you know how, like, you play the game Monopoly, and it's like, you go past go, roll the dice, go past go, collect $200. Not me. I go past go, I get knocked back 6 spaces, then you try to go back 3, and then it's like, oh no, we're going to knock you out and take everything, it's bills, life, family, constant. All type of stuff just beating you down, and I got to a point where I was just like, I'm tired. I was like, I can't keep doing this anymore. I'm so tired of putting this facade of, everyone always tell me, Jay, you're just such a bright, at work, for example, they always say, you bring so much joy to our workplace. No matter where you go, you brighten up the room that you walk into. And to hear that, I'm not trying to cry at work. I mean, I'm being emotional, but I'm like, that's really dope, because I really don't feel that way sometimes.
Right, you don't feel that way about yourself, even though that's what you're giving to others, and you don't even know, like, in that moment, God is using you to help somebody else get through, but you're struggling to get through your damn self.
Every time.
Like, make that make sense.
Man, I'm like, so I can help everyone else, but I can't help myself? Like, how does this work? So it's just like, and it brings me joy to hear that, but then it's like, people don't understand, like, what I really battle, like, what I go through. I'll be sitting at work, and out of nowhere, depression just hit me. And I'm like, I literally go through the thoughts of, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm like, well, if I just go ahead and just not go home and just go ahead and ride my car in the woods and just sit there, maybe something bad might happen to me and take me out of this world, because I'm tired. I'm so tired. It's like, I can't win. And it doesn't help too that I'm black, and I'm a gay black man in this century, where it's still now looking down as being a part of the letter mafia, TQ+. I love y'all. It's
shout out.
quick shout out.
Right. Not the deep voice.
I know,
quick. I can't even get it.
But it is so much of a pressure that I have on me, and I don't think people understand that. You mentioned earlier how when it starts to boil up and you release it, they're like, oh, you're being moody, or you being moved, you have an attitude. Like, no, this is just like my final breaking point. Like, I can't do it anymore. And instead of you sitting here judging me and not really trying to understand where I'm coming from,
me.
That's what makes me even more upset, is because, like you mentioned before, I'm trying to articulate or tell you what's going on, but you're not willing to listen. Because you're not listening.
Part.
And this is be real, because that person's not in the state of themselves of healing. Because we're both in the state of healing and trying to become better people. We're more perceptive of what's going on in the opening. Other people aren't. So for us, we get frustrated because it's like, well, if I'm doing it, why can't you do it? But everyone's not the same.
We're not meant to travel the same path or go on the same. We're not meant to go on the journey at the same time.
Exactly.
Everybody may start off from the beginning of the race together, and we all come out what the thing's called in track. We all come out the
bunny hop.
Lord, no.
It's sports related. I don't know. Yeah, what?
It's I forget the things that the runners and track be on, but we all come. No. It's okay. Abort.
My bad. Because I'm like, the lines?
No, I can't think of the word. But anyway, we all come out at the same time, right? We all hear the gun be shot off and we chew, like, but some may be slower than others. Some may really get to the finish line before others. Some may have to take a detour, get an injury, whatever. But we're all meant to go our own journey at our own pace.
Yep.
So just because we may be able to see that, oh, this helped me, and I know this helped me, and I know it would help you because we both were going through a similar thing. Let me help you. And they like, no, but I don't want that. I don't want that help. I don't want to do what you did. I don't want to have to work to learn myself.
Yes.
I don't want to have to put in that. I don't want to have to change my mindset. What? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep going this route. Hopefully one day I'll make it to the finish line. Yeah, you will in your broken state.
Exactly. In your broken state.
And you're going to think that's all how life was on earth. And the reality is, it could have been much better had you just changed your mindset and got the help that you needed and did all the things that you should have done. Like, but anyway, that's a whole nother podcast, child. Things I do during my depressive state.
Miss Portia, let's see.
Listen, I be very unmotivated. Very unmotivated. I am an emotional eater. So I eat like ridiculous. And that's another thing when I realize, like, oh, it always, to me, when I make the decision in that day that I'm going to eat a specific thing, I be like, oh, I'm gonna order me this cheeseburger because I'm just not feeling it. Whatever. That's what I want to eat. I'm gonna eat it.
That's
this be me, right? This be me giving myself attitude. I don't care what you say. I'm gonna eat this damn cheeseburger. I know it's gonna be right here tomorrow, but I don't care. Like, we eating this cheeseburger because it's gonna make me feel better right now. And then I think in that moment, that's be that day, and then the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and then when I look up, it's been 3 weeks of me eating cheeseburgers and fries, and I'm like, girl, ma'am, you didn't went on a binge. That was supposed to be a day, like that day thing.
That was
but every day, and that's how I know I'll be in a depressive state, because every day I be like, oh, well, I had a salad, yesterday, so I can have another cheeseburger today.
Yeah. Tell yourself, like, like, oh, it's fine. I had this before. I can do this.
Yeah, I can do it again. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's only another day. It's only been 5 days. What is that gonna do?
Or I went to the gym and I burned 1,000 calories. I can go ahead and eat this.
I can go ahead. No.
This is this is why you in the gym now.
And then I'll be like, a month later, like, I ain't lost no weight. I've been working out.
I'm like, so.
I've been drinking my water. Like, oh, Portia, you did have a cheeseburger for 3 weeks in a row, nigga. Like, what? What you thought was gonna happen?
You you didn't put two together.
Right. In that moment, it does not compute to me in that moment. It's not until, right, I'll be a robot, like, for real. And then when I realize, like, oh, I'm in a depressed state. Oh, that's why I've been making these bad choices. Because my overeating, not even overeating, my bad eating, because I'm an emotional eater, I don't even have to overeat. It's just because another part of my depression is me neglecting myself not, I still have that same thing. I do have an appetite. Okay. I just don't take out time to take care of myself. Okay. So I could go multiple hours. I could go to like 3 o'clock in the afternoon without eating nothing. Same. Like, but I'll drink water or whatever here and there, but it's like I can go all that time without eating. And I had disclosed this to my mom too. I was like, Mom, like, you don't even understand, like, me, because she'll come over to my house and, dang, we ate all day. I had this little thing for breakfast. Da, da, da. I'm like, man, why you didn't get up and make you a sandwich or something? Like, and it's not that I'm trying to not take care of her or do things for her, but it's because I don't even take care of myself. Mm-hmm. And I don't be realizing that I'm not taking care of myself. It's just like I be on autopilot. I be moving along with my day. And then I be like, oh, it's 3 o'clock, Portia. You ain't ate nothing. You be like, oh. And then when I do choose to eat, I be like, oh, now I'm going to have to take out more time to kind of properly prepare something. I don't want to do that. So Uber Eats.
Great second. Like, you to that state of mind. So, okay, I forgot to eat this late. Like, okay, now I gotta take it out, let it thaw, or I gotta prepare. And you be like, but I don't feel like doing. I don't feel like doing all of that. Like, so now I'm finna order some food. Now I'm finna make a bad decision, something that, because it ain't like I'm ordering super healthy stuff all the time. I'm ordering some pizza or something like, or go pick up McDonald's or something like that. Because of course the kids always want that bull crap. So I'm like, well, I'm here now. Like, might as well. Like. Yeah. So it's so much deeper than it's really me. It's a neglect of myself. Yeah. I neglect myself because I'm so busy trying to take care of everybody else and doing all the things for everybody else except for Portia. Mm-hmm.
And I think all along, again, my mindset in the moment be I'm taking care of Portia.
But it's really not.
Because I'm taking care of everything else. These are things that are required of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm showing up for these things. So that's me taking care of me. But in actuality, girl, you're not taking care of you.
You're actually making it worse.
You're making it worse. Yeah. So it'd be a whole thing. So that's me during my depressive state. The overeating, or the emotional eating, the lack of motivation, and it was something else that I do. Oh, the clutter thing. Yeah.
Or how, you know what? Let's think of it like this. What if it's not emotional either, but comfort?
It's definitely comfort, but it is comfort in that moment. But then I go right back after I eat it. I'll be like, I shouldn't have ate that.
Oh, big time. I'll be like, ooh, that extra roll.
Tomorrow I'm gonna do better. Look, tomorrow I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna work out, and then after I work out, I'm gonna order me a pizza, and I'm gonna eat that pizza.
You know, binge watch something on TV.
I'm gonna sit here instead of cleaning up some of this clutter. Yeah. I'm gonna sit here and binge watch something on TV because I got other stuff I could be doing on my computer while I'm watching. Like, I'm being multi-talented. Yeah. I'm multitasking, watching something and being productive on my computer while I sit here and gain this weight.
For the station of my life, where I'm like, well,
we're here now.
Yeah, we're here.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. So I think we kind of already tapped on this. The warning signs of the cycle of your depression.
Yeah.
You have anything extra to add to that? Because I feel like I feel like my warning signs for me are when I'm going to make a decision I know I shouldn't be making.
Okay.
Like like me ordering or trying to eat something unhealthy when I know my ultimate goal is for me to live a healthier lifestyle and to eat better by eating better, but also losing weight, because this is the biggest I've ever been in my life. And so I'm so uncomfortable with where I'm at now. So I have to do something about it. It's the changing of the mindset. So and a warning sign for me that a depressive cycle is about to begin is me constantly making bad decisions when I know it's not in alignment with my ultimate goal.
Okay. That's something, that's one I do definitely have too.
Yeah.
For right now, insomnia has been one for me. Because there was one time, this is how I know I was like deep in it. I didn't sleep for 3 days straight.
Oh no!
I know, and I usually don't sleep. Like, I'm a gamer, so I play my video game, or I'm like watching TikTok because it's hilarious, or just doing other stuff instead of laying down. But when I try to lay down, I can't. My mind is racing. Yeah, and then it becomes into a state of worrying, or what is it called? I think it's called ruminating. No, I have to see. I can't think of the word right now, but
it's okay.
It's basically where you are going through like a cognitive process of all the negative thoughts that you are experiencing or have experienced, and then that's just be me. I'll be sitting in my bed, my queen size bed, looking like just going through it, and then I'm like, okay, Jay, close your eyes. It's okay. I'm like, ooh, I wake up. Oh, I got me some sleep. No, it's only been a minute. I haven't even been like knocked out because I just closed my eyes for a moment. So one time I was up for 3 days straight, and I didn't even realize I had went to autopilot yet again. And I'm like, and one day I said, I don't feel good. Like, I just didn't feel good, and I almost passed out at work because I was literally almost died from not died, but passed out from exhaustion. I was so tired because what I did was drink coffee. Drink my coffee, call it a day. I'm like, oh, I'm okay, cool, whatever. But no, my body, like, I ignored the signs of what my body was telling me because I was going through autopilot. And when I'm in that, going back before having like in the astral projection state, I can't do nothing. It's just like that depression has taken control, and it's like, no, I'm gonna ride this today. You just sit back and relax. And you think to yourself, oh no, no. I this is my turn to do what to do. So, definitely insomnia for me. Like I said before, weight gain or weight loss. Right now is a loss of appetite. Lately it's been like my stomach. I get this very uncomfortable cramp, like something's wrong. Like
Okay.
that, or like, you know how I always call it like the Negro spiritual. I'm like, you know how not the Negro spiritual, the Negro power. Like when you know something's wrong. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we hear a scream,
Feeling
movie,
in our body.
Yeah, like let's not go to the screen. Let's run away.
Right, right, right.
That's how I feel, and I'm like, oh, okay, you're coming. Or it's like, this is, you know, this is what's about to occur. So yeah. It depends too. Also, it really depends. My therapist tell me how different types of trauma can also cause different forms of depression.
Oh yeah,
so
for sure.
I'm on this healing journey and I've healed, but I'm still healing. There are some things that I haven't fully addressed, and it's like I'm battling out back and forth. And that's tiring too. I'm like, can we pick another battlefield or not? Let me just do the weekend.
Lord, can I take a break? Okay. You know? Pause. Flag on the plane.
Time out.
You in the middle of a whole medieval battle, knives and swords and everywhere, people getting cut. But like, hey, cut. Can we
I go to the washroom. Wait 1 second. Wait
1 second.
Okay, I'm back.
I need a moment. But no, it doesn't work like that, unfortunately, because it really is a spiritual warfare that's going on. It's a spiritual battle, and we don't recognize it in such because we are so in tune with this flesh, this outer shell that we're in, that we're not really realizing that what we're battling, all those thoughts, those intrusive thoughts you're having that's keeping you up all night is demonic spirits telling you you're not nothing, you're not this, you're not that, you can't do this, look, you didn't even finish this, you didn't even get that accomplished, look at you now, and they just keep racing and going in your head. And so that just kind of leads me into this next part when we're going to talk about what happiness and fulfillment looks like to us, and what like is our passion like to, because if we can really map out what happiness and fulfillment looks like to us, then we could combat these demonic voices in our mind and spirits that are trying to take over us, right? In the inside, and we can really like be armed with what we need to go forward in. And so one of the things that I do, or what happiness and fulfillment looks like for me is me living in my purpose, right? And me living in my purpose is serving others, taking care of people or whatever. God had gave me a whole vision previously, years ago actually, but now literally just last week I had just gained understanding that, oh, this is what you meant. I thought it looked like this particular thing, and I didn't see how I was going to get there. I had hope that I would make it to that point. But now I see, oh, this is what you meant. Like, I can still get that done just in a whole different way of what I thought or whatever. And so it definitely looks like to me helping other people, pouring into other people, being a resource to people. That brings me happiness when I'm able to be of service to other people. Okay. And it fulfills me to do that as well. I'm super passionate about helping people. Like, I don't know what because I'm trying not to say all the things, but I just feel like I'm super passionate about helping people and getting people to realize like it's okay and we're gonna make it through this. And I feel like my whole life has been a whole testimony. Everything that I experience is for the purpose of helping somebody else to not go that route, or you know, if they're currently going through it, to let them know, like, you okay, we gonna make it through this, it's okay, like, whatever, but just being a source of whatever they need, even to the point of this platform. Not in a million years, you couldn't have told me this 2 years ago that I would be on a podcast divulging my life and being open and vulnerable and telling all the things, because this is not what I wanted to do before. But now here we are, and I have to tell people that I'm not well all the time. I'm not perfect Patty all the time. I'm not okay all the time. Like, but it's okay to not be okay all the time, because guess what? That doesn't lessen my value. That doesn't belittle me. That doesn't decrease me in any shape, form, or fashion, because more people than not are dealing with this same thing daily.
Yes.
And so I'm here, and this is a part of my passion. Like even with this platform, is me being able to be a source of help to somebody that you may hear something and be like, oh, okay, I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Or, oh, other people are really experiencing this and feeling this and da-da-da. Okay, cool. I'm not crazy. Because this is...
people can be able to open up about stuff.
Yeah, this is a normal occurrence. It's not abnormal that I feel this way, or I think this way, or I look at things this way. Just because other people around you may make you feel like that, doesn't mean that they're right.
Yep.
I guess overall theme of what happiness and fulfillment looks like for me is service.
Okay.
And that's to God, from God, being of service to God, and being of service to people, his people. So yeah.
Got some big shoes.
Don't do that. No, you don't.
Oh, these questions today I was like, ooh, this is a...
It's really good.
It's a good topic because I don't talk about my depression a lot like I used. Well, yeah, like I used to. I've now been very put off, like keeping to myself. But to be honest, happiness and fulfillment. To answer your question, I digress. For me, happiness and fulfillment looks like peace, and peace meaning I don't want to wake up every day thinking about taking my life, or I don't want to wake up every day feeling like I'm a burden or I'm a problem to someone.
Yes.
Peace and happiness and fulfillment for me is to know that it's not personal, Jay. It's not you. That it's okay. And all my life, I felt like I'm a burden, that I'm nothing, I don't deserve to be here, and that I'm such a pain to everyone that I encounter. Even though I said earlier how people say, oh, you brighten up my day and my joy, that's what you see, but what I think and feel is something completely different.
Yeah.
So I just want to be at peace. Like, I'm so tired, y'all. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of feeling the way that I feel.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm a good person. I know I am. Because I know God put me on this planet for a reason. I don't know what that is yet. I'm still learning. I'm still going down my journey. Yeah. And sooner or later, it's going to come in. If not, that's okay. But I just want to be at peace. And I want other people to know that I'm going to be at peace and then I'm going to be okay. Yeah. So, for me, that's what
happiness and fulfillment looks like.
Peace. I just want to be at peace.
And being at peace with yourself.
Yes.
And that's another part. I don't know where my journal is, child. But that was another part I wrote because actually I got this part from my therapist. She challenged me to write down what happiness and fulfillment looks like for me. And I had made a video a little while ago saying that I found that to be hard. I wrote it down in my journal, what happiness and fulfillment looks like for Portia, and never could write underneath it, like what it looks like, because I was fearful of if I wrote it out. What I came to realize was I was fearful of if I wrote it out and it didn't come to pass, that I would feel like I failed again in some way. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this is, why do I feel like I failed? Because my happiness and fulfillment didn't come to fruition. But also, how do I believe that it's not going to come to fruition? Why do I even have a fear that it may not come to fruition when I know the God that I serve? So it's kind of like contradictory in the same sense. So it's just like, what? Like, girl, make that make sense. Why is you...
Which one is it?
Right. Why is you letting the voices tell you, if you write that down, it ain't going to happen, so don't do it. That. God didn't give me a spirit of fear. That's the devil. That's them intrusive thoughts trying to make me think otherwise. 24/7, 365. Baby.
I don't got a break.
Oh, ain't no breaks. What's a break? I don't never need a break. I'm having fun. What you thought?
Like, Jay. Oh, he weakening right here.
Right. Oh, let me get up in here. Yep. Keep on. Yeah, you right. You ain't this. You ain't that.
Just add to it. Like,
let me
going,
keep going.
Awful.
They are having a party. Okay. Like, but yeah, so that was another part of it. Your peace is you being your most authentic self and being accepted for such.
Whew, he said
most authentic self. And that was a part of mine. Yes, I want to be of service to people.
Yeah.
But in the shape of me being my most authentic self. I don't want to conform. And it's not like I'm trying to be rebellious or stubborn and like, this is me, I don't care, No, God didn't call for me to conform to this world. God has called for people that I interact with and that come across my path to, I don't want to say conform to me, but that's what is coming. That's what it is. And it's not like, and I want to be very clear, again, I'm speaking from a spiritual level. I'm not speaking from, conform to what Portia wanted. It's not about me.
It's not like
because I'm operating not in me. I'm operating in God. Like I'm doing what God told me to do. And so, again, those who come across my path, they're not conforming to me, but that's the word, accepting of me. And they're not going to ever try to manipulate, misuse, abuse, shape or mold me to what they want because they accept me and acknowledge the beauty that is already me.
Your flaws and all.
They accept it. Shout out to me. They accept me for me. Yes. And I just had that revelation. Okay, Lord. So
revelation.
And because mid podcast, he be talking to me, Lord, thank you. Listen, no, because for real, before I even started this podcast and I was talking to you and Kendra and other people about it, and I was like, I want to show, I'm not going to come made up all the time. I'm not going to come, even with me making videos, and that was very hard for me at moments because, again, the perfect pattern, you want to present like you're all put together all the time. But me being toe down and just with a t-shirt on and my hair not done and things like that and showing up that way, it's me being my most authentic self because that's me most of the time. Like,
showed up.
I showed up.
That's enough.
And I showed up for me, but also to fulfill what God has told me to do. I'm being obedient. It's not about me. And if I can show up on this internet this way, I don't want nobody to come in and say, you shouldn't be looking like this into my life. You shouldn't be looking like this. Or when you go outside, you got to look like this or be like this or act like this. No, this is me. This is me. I want to be my most authentic self. I set that goal in the beginning of doing this podcast. I'm not going to come on here and fake the funk with y'all. I'm not finna give y'all smoke and mirrors and all this type of stuff. And then something happens. I get to a level and something happens. I'd be like, oh, I didn't even know she was capable of that. Oh, she did this and this and that. Oh my gosh, like I'm human.
It happens.
It happens. So I said, if I live my life and if I present and if I show up in my most authentic self, nobody can ever catch me up. Because this is me at all times.
And that's it. That's it.
Everywhere I go.
It shouldn't be, this is me. If I want like a bum, I want like a bum.
That part.
I was like, I'm about to go do this podcast just as I am. I came straight from work.
Yeah.
I got my head bit like scrubs on.
Yes.
This is me. This is what I look like.
Yeah. And I was like, even with that, like, me having an attitude, me having a moment of talking down to myself. Yes, I do a whole segment of speaking life and I'm doing all these affirmations and a lot of people have reached out to me like, oh my gosh, like this has helped me so much. I'm really enjoying this and that. Y'all don't even understand the work it takes me to, and when I say I'm not just talking to y'all, I'm talking to me too. I be having to tell myself this stuff. Like I'm telling myself this actively while I'm giving it to other people. I'm not doing anything that I'm not saying or doing anything that I'm not experiencing myself and what I'm doing for me. This is for me. I'm just sharing it with y'all. We on this journey together, okay? Like, we in this together. And that's why I be like, yeah, so that's another part of my happiness and fulfillment. Just being my most authentic self and being accepted for that. And I just used the example because God kept putting her before me this week. Tabitha Brown. Everybody love TT Tab. Listen, she's so beautiful. I love everything about her, and she's definitely living out her purpose that God has given her. But I was just like, Tabitha Brown didn't go into Hollywood and conform to them. That lady got on the red carpet with some avocado gym shoes, okay? On the red carpet in Hollywood. This is me. I'll be on my most authentic self. Y'all ain't finna tell me I gotta straighten my hair and do all the things. I did that, and that didn't work for me. Now that I'm being my most authentic self, now everybody is drawn to me. Now people I'm supposed to, everybody that's supposed to cross my path. Like, but it's all about the energy you putting out there. When you faking the funk and you doing all the things to make people to appear to be a certain way, it's hard for people to see past that. And then they put you on this pedestal. And then when you fall, they be like, oh my gosh, what? Like,
you can't have an off day. Says who?
Says who? Who are you? You an off day every day.
Exactly. Like, I don't understand that. Allow me to be me. But you know, you have to. I don't have to do nothing but stay black and dot. That's number one. Number two, it's okay. Like, just learn. It's okay. Literally the title. It's
okay to not be okay.
And once we start telling ourselves that, but also giving each other grace, I think a lot of things will be easier, especially for African Americans, like with mental health. If we just learn how, listen to me, if anyone's right now, there's nothing wrong going to get therapy. Nothing. All. I've been in therapy since, I'm 29. I've been in therapy since I was like, I think maybe 9 or 10. I'm not perfect. I've gotten better versions of Jay.
Yes.
I'm constantly getting better versions of Jay. But that's because I got to a point of being tired. I was tired of feeling the way that I was feeling.
Yeah.
And it's okay for you to feel that way.
Yes.
But what's not okay is to continue to put that down and not address it.
Yes.
Talk to anyone, your closest. It don't even have to be a therapist. Talk to your closest friend.
Yes.
Or my big sis. Me, anyone, just let it out because it's going to continue to tear you up from the inside out.
Yes.
It's not needed. Like, we gotta learn how to be like, it's okay, y'all. It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. And if I know I always open this up for the other portion of the segment, but I've just been led to say, if anybody don't have somebody that they feel safe enough to talk to or to be vulnerable enough with about what they're experiencing and what they're going through, my DMs are always open. My DMs are always open. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever. If you just want to say what you need to say, again, I always like to say this is a no judgment zone, and I'm not sharing nothing with y'all that I'm not experiencing myself. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's easier to be open with a stranger than it is with people that who know you, right? But if you feel like, you know, even if you want, I can help you find resources to help you find a therapist or whatever, like, you know, we going through this thing together. So I just felt led to say that, like, if you just want to say something or whatever, and it don't have to go past there, you know what I'm saying? It don't have to be said nowhere else. It could just be us having a conversation or whatever. I'm willing to do that because I just want to, again, like, I don't know, like, I don't know even what to say. Like, when I get knowledge and different things and I learn stuff, I just be wanting to share with everybody. Like, look, I found the secret potion. Like, everybody take it. I'm telling you, it's great. Like, it's gonna be worth it.
Spread the word.
Right? Like, spread the word. Get everybody in. Like, cause I want everybody to feel how I feel. And even though I'm still working through this thing, maneuvering through this thing, I am recognizing, I am taking the necessary steps to recognize my warning cycles and to recognize what it looks like to me or whatever, in my full-on depressive state or whatever. And like really being self-aware enough to be like, Portia, this, this is happening. You're not really feeling it today. This is what your capacity is. This is what it's not. Like, and I'm doing the necessary steps to help myself, not only help myself, but help my children, because how I take care of myself reflects on my children. And I can show up differently for them, and then not only for them, but my mother and my friends and my whatever. Like it all trickles down, but it starts with you.
Yes.
Period.
Always.
So real quick, Jay, what are some healthy coping skills that you have created for yourself in all of this?
I'm very excited.
He's very excited.
Because I really have been, y'all. Like, I was telling Portia earlier how this week was like my the breaking point of all breaking points. And I just said, I cannot do this anymore. So what I did was I took initiative. That's one thing that I started my healthy coping skills that I just did.
Yes.
I didn't put any thought into it. I just went. So I went to Barnes & Noble and bought me 2 books about how to change my mindset. One is talking about how to change your mindset as a person of color, someone who's Black in America, which I haven't read that one yet. I can't wait. I read a snippet and it's going to be great. And the other one is called The Happiness Act, I believe.
Trap.
There you go, Trap. Oops. The Happiness Trap. Trap. My God, Trap.
It's his book, by the way. He just showed me the cover. I have a photogenic memory, so I remember what it said. But
mine half. It's like it's on and off. I think it's by Dr. Russ. I would have to let Portia know later. She can post it on the page. But I read the books today, and I started realizing that my emotions, what I'm feeling, is perfectly normal, and that what I have to do now is learn how to change my way of thinking and how to not allow them to take all of me.
Yes, for sure.
Emotions are going to take you. They're going to take some part of you.
Oh, they're going to try to take you down.
Exactly, but it's all about how are you going to handle it in
yes.
that situation and how you're going to be able to turn it around. So changing my my mindset. I've been going to the gym more. I don't go as much as I used to, but just
you started.
Exactly. I walked in. I remember funny story. The first time I walked in and I walked right back out. I said, that is the first. I walked in the place because I paid me $49 and $25 a month. So I had to, get something out of it, but I did it.
Right.
And then it became a thing of me just constantly going 3 times a week, sometimes 4, depending on how I'm feeling. But I also told myself, it's okay if you don't want to go. Because your body's saying, relax. Okay, Jay.
Give yourself grace.
Yes. Like,
it's okay.
It's fine.
You live to fight another day.
Another day, another dollar.
Yes.
So like, it can't continue to be this way. You made a mention earlier about how it's not going to always be this way.
Listen.
So I keep telling myself it's not going to be this way. So I have to start making these healthy coping skills. And thus far, it has made things better. And this is only within a 48-hour span.
Yeah.
My mindset has been changing. I'm really getting proud of myself.
Yes. And it's all that it takes, that one step.
Yep.
It's just the one step. You have the initiative. You have to make some effort forward. We can it's easy. What we don't realize, it's easy to stay in a depressive mind state. It's easy to stay in a negative mind state. It's easy to sit there and beat up on yourself and tear yourself down and believe all the things that you're thinking and feeling in that moment. But what's hard is to actually make the choice to do it. But it don't have to be hard. I want to be clear. Like, it may seem hard.
It may seem impossible, but it's not.
But it's just creating a new habit. It's switching the mindset to think differently about yourself.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's all about you. Like, okay, today, you know what? I'm no longer going to stay in this spot. I'm not going to allow these negative thoughts to make me think that I don't need to be here on this earth anymore. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the gym today.
Yep.
I'm going to decide to eat good today. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to go ground myself with the earth today. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go breathe some fresh air or get out or whatever. Like, I'm going to do something. You are in control of you. Do something for you. It's okay to not be okay, but that's a part of it. Choosing to, you know what? I'm going to take a nap today.
And not feeling guilty.
Not feel guilty. I'm going to take a bath today. Today, I'm just going to sit around and be a bum all day.
And that's okay. It is perfectly fine.
Do what you need to do.
Do it. Don't allow that little thought in your head say, well, you got to know.
Do things that make you feel good. And when you do, like, so for instance, with me one of my warning signs of my cycle is me making bad decisions. Instead of when I'm thinking about making a bad decision because I'm feeling some type of way, or even when I'm feeling some type of way, I kid y'all not, like, I feel like I've been high all week, okay? This week I've been on an emotional high of taking care of me. I have been staying in this mindset of positivity, and like, yes, the intrusive thoughts try to come in here and there, but I be like, no, I don't believe you because I'm amazing, I'm wonderful, I am beautiful, I am worthy, my value is not what's in my pockets, I am prosperous, I am abundant, I am everything that I need. So I'm not gonna let these issues, these bills, these concerns, all this stuff going on around me tell me who I am. I know who I am. I know who created me. This be me up in here talking to myself, y'all. Y'all know I talk loud. So I be up in here going in, okay? Like, and I've been on high all week, and like, I've been like just really telling myself, like, faith only. Like, I ain't got room for depression. I ain't got room to be feeling down. I ain't got room to be sad. I ain't got room to be complaining. I ain't got room for none of that. Yeah. All I got room for is all the great things that are coming to me and that it's already within me and that's happening with me. Because I see, y'all remember I told y'all, I see hope at the end of the tunnel in my depressive state. I see that little light down there. No, it's not a little light no more. That's the whole room now. Period. I ain't, because I wasted a whole month. I told you, March was like, I was depressed. Like, I was in a whole depressive episode. And I was like, man, like, what's going on? And I kid you not, it was like soon as March was over, April 1st, I was like, oh, okay, Portia, we getting up, we exercise, we getting back to it, we getting back in the groove. Like, and I've been on it.
That was me February. I was just so depressed. And then March happened. All right, let's go.
Let's go. It's a restart. Yep. Come on, like you don't have to do it at the beginning or the end of the month or what. You can restart whenever you choose to.
Be in the middle of the night, you're like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna do it now. It literally just starts at that moment. It don't have to be almost like a New Year's resolution.
You can make a resolution at any time.
Anytime. I don't do that. I'm like, I'm gonna start today.
Today. I'm not gonna wait till Monday. Yeah, it's Tuesday. It's Thursday. I'm gonna start today. Yeah. Make the choice today to live your life. The now, because we don't know when it's gonna be over.
Especially with everything going on in this ghetto states. I'm sorry, this country.
Listen,
free. Like, no, everything is, you never know. You literally have to sometimes live your life like it's the last.
Yes.
It's sad to have that mindset, but that's kind of how it is.
But no, that's the reality of it. Yes. Like, we need to live like there's no tomorrow. Yes. Period. Because if, God forbid, somebody told you today, he's still available.
Very available.
But if God told us today that we only had 2 weeks to live, you are either gonna be sad that you got 2 weeks to live and be all down and have everybody surrounding you, y'all all sad or whatever, or you're gonna live your life to the fullest and be like, I'm gonna do everything I didn't get to do, which means that you're gonna neglect certain things that you've been worrying and concerning yourself with all this time. Bills. Like, F them bills. I'm finna go on a trip of my life. I'm finna do this. I'm finna do that. But no, like, that's how we should live anyhow. And I'm not saying be irresponsible, right? But I'm saying have that attitude. Don't let those things consume you, because these are just man-made things and constructs that we have been placed into. God wants us to live life and live it more abundantly. He did not put us here to be miserable and depressed and taken like out of here mentally. Like, we gotta get it together. Switch the mindset.
Yeah.
It's okay to not be okay, but what you gonna do to be okay?
And that starts with you.
It's a you thing. One of my healthy coping skills, I'm very creative. I love doing DIYs.
She's very creative, y'all.
I love it. It's my thing. It was my vision.
Okay, yeah.
My friend helped me, who's also creative. Align yourself with people that do the things. So no, but yeah, it's like I'm very creative. I love to paint. I love to do different things like that. So these are things I can do when I'm in those depressive states, or before, when I recognize the warning signs. What I can do is, get some sunshine. I love the sun, okay? I want to be out in the sun. I love water, like being around the ocean, things like that. If I can get to a pond or a lake, wherever I can get to. Somewhat. Huh?
You might be a Cubs fan, because...
Oh, you don't... Anywho.
I'm sorry.
No. But I love things like that. I love... I mean, I don't like the insects and stuff outside, so that's a whole other thing. But the point is... even in my home, like, I rarely turn on lights during the day because I love natural sunlight.
Yeah.
Like, it gives me joy. It feels good. When I journal and write out my thoughts, when I do all those things, these are healthy things I could do. When I cook, when I think of creative things and how to make something that I normally would eat, but in a healthy version, like, that makes me feel good when I do things like that. When I actually knock some things off my list, that makes me feel good when I'm productive in my day or whatever, and not like overwhelming myself productive, but actually like getting things done and like, okay, Portia, you did that, girl. Like, and speaking positively to myself. That's another healthy coping skill that I have created for me. Like, and I have affirmations I'm constantly putting into me all day and reminding myself. And even when those intrusive thoughts come in and be like, girl, you ain't nothing, I'll be like, shut up, I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are healthy things that help me. Okay, so yeah,
that's what's up. And it already sounds like you are doing exactly what is needed to cope. Because we'll be honest, sometimes it's not going to always be able to help in that moment. But after that moment it's over, and then you go right into your healthy coping skills. Yeah. Or not or trying to break that down. Like, okay, no, you're not gonna have a hold on me. You might have a hold on me for this little minute, but after that, that's it. You gotta go. Yeah.
Being self-aware.
Yeah.
Being self-aware is a healthy coping skill. Because before I wasn't paying attention to me and I was neglecting me and like, oh, whatever, and I'm in autopilot, right? But now that I'm like, wait, don't press the autopilot button. Nope. There's something ain't right. You need to take care of you. You ain't got the capacity today. That's okay. You can give yourself grace. You couldn't do that. That's fine. Yep. Like, that's that's healthy. Yeah. Like, do these things. Like, do self check-ins. Figure out, even if you at the end of your day, like, another thing I do, a healthy coping skill, is a spiritual salt bath or whatever. That helps me to recharge my vessel, recharge myself, and because I've been pouring into people all week or whatever, whenever I choose to take the bath or whatever, I can kind of like recharge me, take a moment to myself, listen to some peaceful music, set the atmosphere, whatever. Like, that helps me. Yeah. So just do things, take care of you. Whatever it is that is healthy seeming to you, do it. Okay, if that means having one glass of wine every day.
It's one glass though.
Okay. If you drink the bottle,
hey, go for it, because I might come in there and join with you, but, do that, and that's okay.
If that's healthy for you, because you used to drink a fifth every day. Balance.
I commend you to that. Lord.
Okay. It's been a great conversation.
It really has.
It has been a therapeutic moment for me, like it is most times when I'm talking to my friends. So, yeah. I'm happy you were here.
Me too. I was really excited. All I was doing was smiling. I couldn't stop smiling.
This has been a long time coming. And Jay will be on a future podcast too that we got to talk about. But yeah.
Yes.
This is our first one. I'm glad you came.
Me too.
And you're here. And so we're gonna move on into our another segment, which is Life Be Life in Us All. Okay. And this is shout out to the village, #the village. This is where I have you all, my listeners, friends, and family submit news, topics, and other requests for me to talk about or whatever. And you can hit me at the email at lifebelifin@anchordanllc.com. Also, again, my DMs are always open. So if you want to come into my DMs, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, I am there for you. Also YouTube, okay? Before we go, I got some tools for y'all because life be out here, life in us all. Here are some tools, my planner and my journal, okay? They are still available for purchase on Amazon. So please check me out on there and get my planner and journal because it will be a life changer. It will help you do all the things and get yourself together. It's a healthy coping skill, all right? And before we get out of here, we're going to shoot it over to Shop Lene. So much, Shop Lene. Woo, woo, woo. We appreciate Shop Lene. They always keeping us moisturized and all the things. We're going to move it on into the last segment. And this is Speak Life. This is the segment where I leave you with a call to action for you, but not just for you, it's for me as well. So I'll leave you with these words to hold on to until next time, okay? Today's affirmation is, I'm not perfect, and that's okay. Again, today's Speak Life affirmation is, I am not perfect, and that's okay. You heard it, you say it, you write it down, and you remind yourself to speak that thing and make it happen because, child, life be out here, life in us all, okay? Thank you all again. Thank you so much, Jay. Y'all clap it up for Jay. He's finally in front of the camera.
Not behind the camera.
Not behind the camera.
I really thought you didn't hear me. I really thought
eating potato chips. Oh, God.
So I thought I was like a spy. I can't hear me. I was so hungry.
It was so funny. Oh, my goodness. But yes, I am grateful to have you again as my friend, as my little brother, and somebody who is in my alignment crew.
Yes.
Period. And yes, I'm grateful that you were here to do this episode with me. And I really hope that something that we have said here today will help someone out there.
Yeah.
And please be on the lookout for future episodes. Jay will definitely be in season 2 of the podcast. He is a mess. He also is still available. Okay, you can reach out in my DMs if you're interested. What? Okay, he didn't say that. Don't. I'll be a swing woman. It's fine. But yes, thank you all again. #the village. I love and appreciate you all for always listening and tuning in to Life Be Life and Podcast. Please, please, please go and purchase the planners and the journals and all the things. And again, I have some merch coming for you all very soon. So please be on the lookout for that. Until next time, I love you and I thank you again for your support. Bye.